Hey guys, I don't know what you're doing right now, but make sure you subscribe. Now let's get into this video.
Our producer, Ben, he said we got to give you guys a good little rundown on the history of Mardi Gras. You know, just how things started with the parades and the beads and the food and just the culture of all that. You know, we going to get them a good little rundown. You know, a couple guys, like they moved down here, they migrated, like French Canadian explorers, like they migrated down here, and it was like in 1699. I don't know if you probably knew that, bro, but that was so long ago. Not a whole lot of things to do back in those days. Besides,
what was that life like?
Just get on the ship and just say, "Hey, family, I'll be back," and go conquer something. You know, like. Yeah, but the explorers, it was two guys, man. Jean-Baptiste Lemoyne and D. Bienville Pierre Lemoyne. These guys had like some real French names, like D'Iberville and Bienville. That's where like we get like some of those street names from.
I got you.
And I know a lot of people probably didn't know like where these names were coming from, but a lot of these names was guys that like they came down here and literally settled, like realizing like it was the eve of like the medieval holiday. They used to call it like Boeuf Gras. Like it used to be called Fat Calf.
That's crazy.
Something that I know you didn't know that, dog. I know you didn't know that, man. But
not at all.
I know you didn't. But so by the early like 1700s, the settlers, they started throwing like these balls. They'll come masked up. You see a mask here, a mask there. They'll come masked up, you know.
Masquerade.
Yeah, they do their little thing, you know, and before you know it, like they was blending it with like European Catholic traditions. So that's why like it's always the day before Lent, which is Ash Wednesday.
The last day to wild out, huh?
What the last day? Last day to go. And you know what? That's crazy. That's probably why like they gathered like so many crews and guess they just came together and say, okay, well, we're going to do this and y'all going to do that. And then they put a name on it. You know, Crew of Commerce was formed like, they had like one goal in mind, like make Mardi Gras just this big ass party, you know, like with everybody. So that's why
definitely feel like.
Right. That's why we see thousands of people here this way, then thousands of people that way, because it was literally a big party. And you know how we come. We come with our tents, barbecue grill, boiling pot. Auntie done cooked everything under the sun.
Yeah.
I'm talking about 7:30 in the morning they set up. Everybody got their liquor set up. So yeah, that's where that come from though. But that I know a lot of people didn't know. This is gonna be real information though, for sure.
Nah, that's a good job, bro. I thought Mardi Gras come from like Mobile.
The first Mardi Gras actually was in Mobile in 1702. But remember, you guys, it was Louisiana at the time. Well, we're telling the NOLA story today, baby. Sorry.
I couldn't. I like my brain don't even go way back to 1600. Like I don't.
Nah.
Like what is that?
And it's not like we like took a class on like Mardi Gras. We was waking up like literally knowing we about to have fun.
Yeah.
After school, we got a 6 o'clock parade. Oh man, we about to turn up. But they also introduced Mardi Gras like with the beads. It wasn't like for like flashing onlookers, you know, like how we, you know, you go down Bourbon, you flash, you gonna get a bead, baby.
Right.
That's just how we come. But you know, they introduced that, you know, and that took off. You know, those beads, they took off, and like the Mardi Gras Indians, Zulu, Social Ed and Pleasure Club, you know, and then a lot of the super crews like Endymion, Bacchus, they just expanded, like, and it literally went through the roof because Endymion goes through the Superdome.
Yeah.
How big of a celebration that have to be to go through the Superdome?
Yeah, Endymion is one of my favorite parades.
Yeah.
Endymion definitely. Endymion, Bacchus, those are probably my Zulu too. Those are probably my top 3 parades.
Bro, I would say Bacchus probably would be my favorite parade because I think Bacchus was like a night parade.
Right.
And a lot of times I couldn't go because I wasn't old enough. So I see all my brothers, my big cousins, all they going, and no, you can't go. You ain't old enough. They getting dropped off, picked up, and man, so for so long, couldn't go to Bacchus. So that became my favorite parade to go to because it's at nighttime. And once I was able to go, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to that for sure.
Yeah,
Without a doubt.
I'd probably say it's the route too.
Yeah.
I think it's the route too that sort of plays into why Endymion, Bacchus, Zulu, like why they're like some of the top parades. I think people the route is fairly easy to sort of like place yourself like where you want to be within the parades too. So but nah, that's cool, man. That's a good dose of some history, bro. Because Lord knows, I don't think a teacher I've ever had explained it like that. So,
bro. But like I said, the holiday is always the day before Ash Wednesday, which is Lent, which is Christianity, 40 days leading up to Easter, representing the time that Christ, spent in the desert.
Yeah. That's amazing. I mean, obviously,
drop a few Jews. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. It was always, Mardi Gras was fun too because man, like, I always knew, like, growing up, especially, like after Mardi Gras, like, I couldn't eat meat anymore on Fridays. So that was kind of like my indicator, like, for, like, where I was at. You know what I mean? Which, like, that used to be, like, a serious thing.
Right,
people, I'm pretty sure people still take it seriously, but especially growing up, man, like that was a real thing. Like,
it's so serious now. They making money off. You better not get
caught with meat on Friday.
Right.
Like, that was like, that was a real, yeah, man.
That's where them fish fries and stuff be coming from every Friday.
Yeah. But yeah, that was always my indicator of, where I was at, in a year, and what was coming up next. So
that
was pretty cool.